What's going on, you guys? Random live stream this morning. Feeling a little better. Was a little bit under the weather, but gotta keep this thing going, right? Big fight coming up this weekend. Devin Haney, George Cambosos. Should be a good one, right? I think George Cambosos may be a little nervous going into this fight. Devin Haney seems to be getting a lot of love from the Australian fans. Hit that like button as you come on in. Random live stream this morning. Who's the bigger fight, Canelo, Triple G, or Errol Spence Jr. and Terrence Bud Crawford? Which is the better fight? Eddie Hearn seemed to have started some shit with his recent statements in regards to those two fights. He said that Canelo Triple G is the bigger fight by a mile. Maybe about 5 years ago, right? But Ryan Garcia, should we give Ryan Garcia a second chance, right? Ryan Garcia seems like he's out here trying to regain the respect of the boxing fans. We're going to see. We're going to talk about it. He got a fight coming up with Javier Fortuna, a guy that many felt that he should have been fought, but now he's going through with the fight. Javier Fortuna's what, 30-something wins, 26 knockouts, so quite a few losses, but he's been around for quite a while. Salute to, you said Bud Crawford, Errol Spencer. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we're going to talk about it as more people come on in. I know this is a random live stream. Wait till YouTube does this shit. But before that, we got some fights coming up, right? Salute to Menace Boxing, who keeps people updated on the upcoming fights. You said he gonna pull out for his Fortuna. Yeah, I mean, bro, that's what I'm saying. Boxing fans don't believe in Ryan Garcia. And this is something that I noticed, that he noticed. He seemed like a guy that really cares about what people think about him. And yeah, he wants to regain the respect of the boxing fans, but he gonna have to follow through with this whole thing he's been talking, because we've seen this before from him, man. This is just not looking good for Ryan Garcia. But June 4th, we also have Stephen Coolboy Steph versus Danny Roman, as well as Devin Haney versus George Kambosos. See, nobody's really talking about Stephen Fulton fight, Coolboy Steph fight. Nobody's really talking about it. Then we got another fight June 4th, Kenichi Ogawa versus Joe Cordina. I think he holds the IBF belt at 130 pounds, right? Of course, the monster Naoya Inoue and Onito Donaire too. The rematch is coming up next week. Then the following week, Arthur Beterbiev versus Joe Smith Jr. unification fight. Of course, the Inoue Donaire fight is also a unification fight. Then we got, Jesse Bam Rodriguez. Okay, that dude could fight. But we got Jamal Charlo versus Maya Selecki, June 18th, but it's on Juneteenth weekend or whatever. And yeah, Jamal Charlo fighting Maya Selecki. I mean, man, probably the worst fight on here, honestly. Then we got Jesse Bam Rodriguez versus Sakraset Sword Rungvisai. The guy that dethroned Chocolatito back in the day, right? He's still around doing his thing, the Thai fighter. Bam can fight his fucking ass off, though. That's a good fight. So, yeah, all these fights are really good fights on here. Somewhat meaningful fights, except for the fight with Jamal Charlo and Maya Selecki. This is like the only fight that don't really mean nothing that we got coming up in the month of June. Hit that like button for your boy. Just a random live stream. I'm not really looking to get big numbers today. I'm just trying to talk some boxing, trying to get my gears back going. And, I'm kind of under the weather, man. I ain't been feeling too good, man. But, yeah, we got some good boxing coming up. Stephen Coolboy Steph coming up this weekend. We got boxing coming up this weekend. Of course, the Devin Haney, George Kambosos. And while we talking about that, Devin Haney been out in Australia looking like a star, out here helping kids. Devin Haney out here doing this thing. I don't know if George Kambosos expected this, but yeah, it seemed like the Australian people are giving Devin Haney a warm welcome. Well, at least the kids anyway, right? So George Kambosos comes out and calls Devin Haney a rat the other day. But when you look at it, George Kambosos is really the rat, bro. Because if you calling him a rat for him giving you some help on the fight, why would you come out and tell people that? You the rat, bro. Those are rat tendencies that George Kambosos displayed, but he tried to put that energy off of Kambosos. Devin Haney, and it just failed. It was an epic fail. It didn't work out for him. And now people are looking at George Kambosos like he's a desperate fighter, like he's a nervous fighter, right? Devin Haney thinks something wrong with him. Devin Haney thinks something wrong with George Kambosos. He think dude ain't got his shit together. He don't know what's wrong with dude, right? He says, when is the act go stop, man? Salute to Menace Boxing, man. When is the act go stop? We can see right through it. Thank you, George. Thank you, Devin. Devin is a mature young man, right? He's not falling for the bullshit. He's not showing his ass. And this is what George wanted, but it's not working. You know, his dad, Bill Haney, has been denied a visa, so he won't be at the fight at all, you guys. For those who don't know, now you know.
Nothing special. The holes are there. He's been hurt by an old pensioner in the nose. He was hurt by a little featherweight bantamweight, JJ Diaz. I was there ringside. I nearly fell asleep, to be honest, because it was that boring. But look, Sunday, I get to step inside them ropes and punish this guy.
And then Loma couldn't fight, so then you had to pick me.
No, incorrect. I could have fought anyone. I could have fought the garbage man outside if I wanted to, but I chose you. You want on my mandatory? I picked you. So you know what? You're here, and everything is ready to go on Sunday.
Man, when is the act going to stop? When is that shit going to stop, bro? We can see right through it, bro. Just be you. That's all you got to do is just be you.
I've never changed. I never changed.
Fucking actor, bro.
The Lopez conference, exactly the same. You know what?
You're acting.
Beautiful. I'd rather be an actor than a rat. I'd rather be an actor than a rat.
You don't know the definition of a rat.
Little snitch. Yeah, go look at the picture and have a look it up. The guy.
Wow. Look at George. Look at his body language, though. The motherfucker look nervous as shit, man. He looks stiff as a board. You know, so look at him. Stiff as a board, look nervous as shit. Devin Haney was cool, man. Devin Haney cool out there in Australia, man. Ain't nothing bothering young Devin. Devin, you know he got this, bro. Wow. I thought it was gonna be quite the opposite, to be honest. But Devin Haney shows a lot of maturity for a guy his age. He's out there doing his thing. Excuse me. He said, when is the act gonna stop? When is the act gonna stop, bro?
On my mandatory, I picked you. So you know what? You're here, and everything is ready to go on Sunday.
Man, when is the act going to stop? When is that shit going to stop, bro? We can see right through it, bro. Just be you. That's all you got to do is just be you.
I've never changed. I never changed.
Fucking actor, bro.
The Lopez conference, exactly the same. You know what?
You're acting.
Beautiful. I'd rather be an actor than a rat. I'd rather be an actor than a rat.
You don't know the definition of a rat.
Little snitch. Yeah, go look at the.
Yeah, see, George said that because he thought he was gonna have a crowd behind him laughing and shit, but they wasn't feeling it really. His own people wasn't feeling it. So he got nervous and he threw a low blow. He said, "Oh, yo, you a rat. Yeah, you snitch." So yeah, that's what happened. George Kambosos is nervous out there, man. It's crazy. Salute to J-Rod Level Up Boxing TV. Tay, what's going on? Casey, what's good? Yeah, Kambosos got dropped his last fight. He struggled with Mickey Bay. He arguably lost against Lightning Lee Shelby. I don't want to be doing all that, right? But I've seen these fights, people. He got lucky against Shelby, bro. I felt like dude was boxing his socks off, bro. I felt like dude was boxing his socks off, but guess what? They gave it to Cambo. So yeah, he really can't. He's really being really condescending. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, and George about to get those belts back up, man. He about to give them up. I can see it now. Look at him. Yeah, he about to get those belts up, man. At first, I thought George was in control of things, but he lost control, man. George essentially lost control. Yeah, Devin's gonna come back home with them belts. But guess what? Teofimo Lopez is out here talking shit, and this is what he had to say.
I guess I gotta do it. Nobody could do the job, man. I gotta do it. All right, man. He knows what's up. He a free agent, ain't he? All right, we make it happen. Come to ESPN.
That's Teofimo Lopez on Gervonta Tank Davis. Salute to Ringside Views on IG. Go check him out. Teofimo Lopez.
I guess the only one that can really beat Tank is only me. I guess I gotta do it. Nobody could do the job, man. I gotta do it. All right, man. He knows what's up. He a free agent, ain't he? All right, we make it happen. Come to ESPN.
Could Teofimo Lopez beat Tank Davis? Could Teofimo Lopez beat Tank Davis? You said you want to see Devin Haney come home with those belts, but Cambo ain't gonna be easy. I think the chat is kind of behind. Maybe I should slow down a little bit. Let me slow down a little bit. Could Tank Davis, could Teofimo beat Tank Davis? I mean, boxing, these guys, Teofimo Lopez, Ryan Garcia, they got to regain the respect of the boxing fans again, man. They don't trust y'all dudes, and they don't really believe in y'all dudes no more, man. They don't believe in the takeover no more. You know what I'm saying? Boxing fans don't believe. Yep. He said Tank is like wild. You can outbox him till he lands a clean one. That's right, bro. I think Tank Davis beats Teofimo. You know why? Because Teofimo, he ain't got fast feet, bro. Teofimo can fight. You know what I'm saying? I'm not about to say he can't fight and shit. You know what I'm saying? But his feet, man, his feet gonna be too slow for Tank. Tank go catch him with some shit. And Teofimo, what we learned about Teofimo Lopez, even in the Lomachenko fight, he don't like to get hit. I mean, nobody likes to get hit. But when I say he don't like to get hit, he shows hella reactions to getting hit. He don't know how to put up the poker face. You know, his head be flopping back. He really reacts to getting hit. So that's what I mean by he don't like getting hit. So a guy like Tank Davis. Now, my worry with Tank, though, is don't get too caught up into just throwing one punch per round. I mean, the numbers for the Tank fight, the total punches landed or something like that, 25 punches, bro. So, yeah, Tank Davis going to have to do it matter. I mean, he could be knocking motherfuckers out. 25 punches landed in 6 rounds, bro. Those are pretty low. That's a pretty low output. You know what I'm saying? But then again, when you're in a fight with a guy like Tank Davis, it's really like a big cannon fight. And a guy like Teofimo who could also punch, it's probably gonna be a similar fight. Yep, that's what happened. That's exactly what happened. JMO measuring stick. Teofimo Lopez got lost and lost focus. That's exactly what happened, bro. That's exactly what happened. He got lost in the sauce. He started really believing in his own hype. He beat Lomachenko. I mean, of course, a young guy beating a guy like Lomachenko is gonna be feeling himself, but man, he was feeling himself a little too much. Went out there and lost against George Kambosos. You know what I'm saying? And now he's saying he's the only guy that can beat Tank.
I guess the only one that can really beat Tank is only me. I guess I got to do it. Nobody could do the job, man. I got to do it. Man, he knows what's up. He a free agent, ain't he? All right, we make it happen. Come to ESPN.
Come to ESPN. Now, you know goddamn well that ain't happening, dude. You know damn well that ain't happening. I don't think Tank Davis is a free agent like we once thought. I don't know, right? I don't know. I don't know if Tank Davis is a free agent. Tank Davis did seem like he wanted to stay with Mayweather Promotions. But, while I'm on here, this is what Rolly had to say for the guys who don't know. Thank you, Javante, for accepting this fight. My team, family, and everyone who came out sold out Barclays, making this the highest grossing and most attended boxing event in Barclays history. And to those who tuned in on pay-per-view, never stop believing in yourself. # Rolly is forever. So, yeah, I think the beef is squashed between these two guys. You know what I'm saying? Even though Rolando Romero didn't do a post-fight interview, I believe he was concussed, to be honest. And it wouldn't have been right to have a dude that was pretty much halfway knocked out to be up there doing a post-fight interview. You know what I'm saying? So, but he took the high road. Tank Davis also took the high road. And that's what we like to see in the sport of boxing. You know what I'm saying? That's what we like to see. You know, so salute to Rolly, man. I want to see him again. You know, despite what majority of people may say, I want to see Rolando Romero again. He made a good account of himself. He's really good for boxing. He just says whatever and shit, you know. So, yeah. Salute to Rolly, man. Salute to Tank, too. But who should Tank fight next, man? Who should Javante Tank Davis fight next? I mean, well, of course, we got to wait till Haney and Cambosos fight each other, right? We got to wait till those two guys fight. Lomachenko, we haven't heard much from Loma. Loma's been over there in Ukraine. Is he in the Ukraine for real? We don't know. We've seen a few pictures here and there, but we haven't seen much or heard much from Lomachenko. His fellow countryman Usyk is going through with the fight with Anthony Joshua, so he's leaving the battleground to go to another battle with Anthony Joshua. So what is Lomachenko going to do? At his advanced age, he's getting older by the day, and these young fighters are getting reaching their prime. The more they're reaching their prime, the Loma's leaving his prime. So what is Loma going to do? Ryan Garcia, we were just talking about him. He's acting like he wants to fight Tank for real this time. He had a lot of people believing the hype last time. Then out of nowhere, he threw Manny Pacquiao in the way. Now this time he's saying, F Golden Boy. No, I don't mean F Golden Boy, but if they don't want to make the fight, then forget him. And all this other shit, right? So Ryan Garcia said he wants to fight Tank Davis in December. Tank Davis apparently said that he wants Ryan Garcia next. So, I mean, is that a fight to look forward to? Is that a fight that we should start talking about? But see, the thing is, boxing fans don't quite know. Because Ryan Garcia's been...
Stop the cap.
He been capping.
Stop the cap.
Right? Ryan Garcia's been capping. So, this is why he out here saying I deserve the respect and all that. I'm going to give him, because he sees, he's a social media kid. He sees what people be saying. He knows what the fans be saying about him. And he's going to try to do whatever it takes to probably try to win at least the hardcore box fans back over. Because at the end of the day, we the ones that be buying the pay-per-views and shit. Them kids that be following him, man, they ain't got no money to be buying no fight. You know what I'm saying? So Ryan Garcia got to try to win over the real core audience of box fans. Box fans don't really believe in dude like that. So he gonna have to fight Javier Fortuna. Not only he gonna have to fight him, he gonna have to look good and beat Fortuna, and then he gonna have to go through with a fight with Gervonta Tank Davis. If he doesn't look good against Fortuna, he likely would not have the confidence to follow through with this thing with Tank Davis. You know what I'm saying? But all eyes are on Tank. Tank Davis is definitely the man in the lighter weight divisions. He is the man. He ain't got no major titles or none of that shit. But he's the man down there. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's eyeing Tank. Shakur Stevenson eyeing Tank Davis. So, but see, this is the shit Ryan been doing. And this is why people don't really believe in Ryan, man. You know what I'm saying? Coming out of nowhere, punching dudes with fucking body shields on. This is what Ryan Garcia's been doing. She got music playing. This is what he's really known for. I think he's more known for social media antics than he actually is for actual boxing at this point. So Ryan Garcia got to kind of rebuild his image amongst boxing, in my opinion, for people to believe in him again. Because, yeah, it sounds good. It sounded good before. You calling out Tank. You're supposed to fight Pitbull Cruz. What happened with that? Next thing you know, boom, you fighting Javier Fortuna, the guy you were supposed to been fought probably about 2 or 3 fights ago. You know what I'm saying? Fortuna probably have seen better days. He's been getting older by the minute, and he coming off a loss. I mean, come on, man. So I can understand why fans wouldn't want to believe in Ryan Garcia. We'll see what happens, though. You know what I'm saying? He got to get past Fortuna. Fortuna probably go try to put it on him, too. You said Loma still hell? Yeah, I think Loma still gives anybody problems. But shit, man, he's getting older by the minute. You know what I'm saying? That Lomachenko that beat Comey, I don't think nobody lightweight would have beat him that night. That dude he looked phenomenal in that fight. He looked phenomenal in that fight. And close it out with this Ryan shit, right? He said nobody's gonna take this fight from me.
You and Leonard Ellerby getting into a ringside. We saw the video where you were yelling at him. What were you telling each other?
I was just telling him, like, nobody's going to stop me from making this fight. I don't give a fuck about Golden Boy. Nobody.
You want to take one, it's going to happen.
I didn't mean, like, fuck Golden Boy. I meant, like, fuck if they're trying to stop me from fighting Tank. Then it's fuck them. Because I'm going to come after them. I don't care if they say it's going to be bigger later. I don't care what side they're saying. In my heart, I really want to run that next, after Fortuna.
What did you see?
Wow, what do y'all think about that? You heard the kid say it himself right there. Do we believe Ryan? He's a really good. Let me handle business July 16th. I'm going to get Tank. He was screaming the whole fight, I'm next, so let it be. You know what I'm saying? We gonna see, dude. We gonna see.
You and Leonard Ellerby getting into a ringside. We saw the video where you were yelling at him. What were you telling each other?
I was just telling him, like, nobody's going to stop me from making this fight. I don't give a fuck about Golden Boy, nobody.
You want to take Monster, it's going to happen.
I didn't mean, like, fuck Golden Boy. I meant, like, fuck if they're trying to stop me from fighting them. Then it's fuck them. Because I'm going to come after them. I don't care if they say it's going to be bigger, later. I don't care what side they're saying. In my heart, I really want to run that next, after Fortuna.
What did you see?
Oh my goodness. Oh, here we go. Rudy B. Moore. Here he go. Here you go. He says Bushido Boxing be always capping and straight up hating on his channel when it comes to the King of Dallas. Like I said before, the King of Dallas will be losing money by making a fight with Lil Bud. Man, get the fuck up out of here, bro. I knew he was gonna come up here with some of that shit, man. Well, the demon Terrence Bud Crawford said that he's been waiting for Errol Spence Jr. He said he's been waiting for years for Errol Spence Jr. Salute to Rudy B. Moore, man. What's going on, man? That shit funny as hell. He always coming in here doing that. But yeah, man, moving forward, man. Ryan Garcia, he said what he said. He got to get past Fortuna now. Box fans don't believe in you, dude. You got a lot of proving to do, man. And that's just what it is, man. But WBO, real quick. WBO ordered Charlo versus Tim Tszyu, man. And y'all, if y'all seen my video yesterday, right? Before I actually did the video, I didn't see that clip that I posted before the video. And while I respect Jamel as a fighter, that's what I don't like about Team James. They be acting like they fucking scared and shit. They be talking like some fucking cowards, bro. Jamel Charlo sound like, what'd he say? Fuck, he said, fuck you and fuck Tim Tszyu. How much money he got? Like, he was just like, I don't like his trash talk. His trash talk lame as hell, bro. He was acting like he didn't want to fight this guy. If I'm honest, Jamel was acting like he didn't want to fight Tim Tszyu. He's acting like he didn't want to fight this dude, man. Well, let me see if I got the clip still. He was acting like he didn't want to fight him and shit, man. Derek James, they was coming up with excuses and shit. Like, man, what the fuck is up with these dudes, bro? Now he in a situation to where he really gotta fight him. And I do believe Jamel could beat this dude easily and everything, but like, it's that same energy when asked about Crawford. Like, you act like you don't want to fight nobody when they want to fight you, nigga. Like, what's wrong with you, man? I'm sure people saw that video. I got the video, man. Check it out if you didn't see it. He was acting like he didn't want to fight dude the way he was talking. But he got to now, or he got to give up that belt or some shit. He won't be undisputed no more. It won't look as good. You know what I'm saying? But he could beat Tim Tszyu. You know, he could beat that dude. Win the purse bid, bring him to Houston, and just beat up on him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's right, JMO. I got mad respect for Errol Spence too, man. But I think Bud's the better fighter. But see, Spence fans, they don't like that shit. You can't say that. It's all in. You EJ or nothing. You say you already know Tim is. I mean, Charlo's gonna stop this dude. But I just don't like the way Charlo be talking, bro. Like, he was really dismissive of that fight. He knew that shit was coming up. He should, all he could have said, add him to the chopping block. Add him to the chopping block. I'm looking for scalps, and here's his next. Oh, how much money he got? Where he from? Was it like what? Don't ask me about Crawford no more. And all this shit, like, bro, come on, man. He'll get up in there and fight and shit, but man, boy, I tell you. But Tim Tszyu, right? Don't got no top 10 opponents on his resume. Really was just a prospect, and he's hopping right into an undisputed title fight, bro. Ain't he the most luckiest dude in boxing? He got to be one of the luckiest guys in boxing. Hit that like button for your boy, man. He got to be one of the luckiest dudes in fucking boxing, bro. He hops right into an undisputed title fight without fighting no killers in the division at all. Terrell Goucher is not a killer, bro. Timmy Terrell, not a killer, bro. He's like the modern day Joshua Clottey, the Clottey that fought Manny Pacquiao. You know what I'm saying? He's the modern day version of that dude. And that's the only, and he got dropped by that dude. So imagine what Charlo's gonna do to him. But this is the guy that they go give a shot to. Undisputed could be a headache for fighters, man. Yeah, it looks good to get the belts, and then you might want to let them motherfuckers go. Because them sanction bodies, depending on who you are, they will come for you. You know what I'm saying? They will come for you. If you ain't Canelo Alvarez, they will come for you. They're not forcing mandatories on Canelo, are they? Nah, absolutely fucking not. But guess what? Not even 90 days after Charlo beat Castano, they making him fight Tim Tszyu and shit. 11 days after Crawford beat Julius Ndongo, they was trying to make him fight Sergey Lipinets, the IBF. Oh boy. Josh Taylor, right away. They mandated him to fight. Who was it? Was it Jack Catterall? But he was gladly willing to accept that fight and shit. These dudes didn't even get to sit down. But Tim Tszyu get to walk right into an undisputed fight. I don't think he could beat Charlo though. Not at all. Not at all. I think Charlo should stop him. I said 6 rounds, but I'll give it about 8. About 8. Anything under 8. He shouldn't last against Charlo. Charlo, everything's coming together for him in the ring and shit. He's putting his shit together. Charlo's gonna be tough to beat. But I just don't like his energy though. He be acting like he be scared, man. Yeah. Bad dude, but he be acting like he be scared though. Especially that shit with Crawford, man. Come on, bro. You ain't supposed to talk like that, bro. Don't talk to me about him no more. And all this shit, man. This scary nigga energy, man. And it's crazy even saying that about Jamel because we know he a dog and shit, but he be acting like he be scared and shit, bro. That Tim Tszyu interview, I didn't catch that till later on. I'm like, hell no. He was talking like that, bro. If I had caught that before I actually did the video, it would have been a totally different video. Because this dude be acting like he's scared of dude, man. But I expect Charlo to get that fight. I expect him to beat that dude pretty easily, though, man. I don't think Tim Tszyu has much for Charlo.
That man fights on ESPN. Their oppositions ain't even the same as ours. Crawford don't mean shit in boxing to me right now. He ain't in my weight division. He's 147, so let him. He can't beat nobody over there. So motherfucker Jared Ennis is a monster. He can't even fuck with him. How you gonna come in and talking about knocking somebody like me out? Like, it's whatever. They just do that shit for hype, clout, whatever.
I know you say Earl Spence knocks out Crawford, but if Crawford wins and you have a chance to fight him or vacate once he moves up, you just want to do
I'm off of that Crawford guy. Like, stop asking me about him. Don't nobody ask me about Crawford again. That's it.
Yeah, see, that's the shit we get from him. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I respect Jamel as a fighter. I think he's dope. I think he's pound for pound. But, yeah, it's shit like that leave me scratching my crown. Like, what the fuck, bro? Like, what was that, man? Dude asked you that was a really good question, too. Salute to that guy who asked that question. All right, let's just say Crawford beats Spence and you don't move up, blah, blah, blah. Oh, man, don't ask me about him no more. Oh, wow, okay, shit. Wow, interesting. I don't know, man. I think Jamel is a very capable guy. But for some reason, you get shit like that at times. I don't know. You said Little Bud is too little for Twin? Man, Twin ain't acting like Bud little, bro. Twin is not acting like Bud is little, bro. Why is he not acting like Bud little? See, what EJ did when the little guy called him out, remember Mikey Garcia? Y'all remember when Mikey Garcia called EJ out? What did EJ do? EJ welcomed him up. EJ didn't say, oh, what has he done? Who he's over here. this guy could beat him. He ain't ready for that guy. No, EJ didn't do that. EJ welcomed Mikey on up and beat the shit out of Mikey, right? Yes. See, a lot of you guys probably wasn't around in boxing back then. Some of y'all probably don't remember that. But I'm here to remind you, that's what happened. When a little guy called out the big fish, he welcomed that challenge, bro. Usually when a little guy calls out the big guy kind of welcomes the challenge. But when it comes to Terrence Crawford, man, even the bigger guys be like, oh, shit, I don't know if I want to deal with that little dude. You know what I'm saying? That's the energy that I see. That's what I see. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, the big fish is a little bit different from Jamel Charlo. Yeah, that's right. When the little dude, Mikey, challenged Errol Spence took that challenge, bro. But Jamel Charlo, well, you just heard what he had to say. He said, don't ask me about him no more. So Crawford gonna have to do what he got to do. Charlo gonna have to fight Tim Tszyu. Got to make that fight in 20 days. Right? Win the purse bid. It's unfortunate, too, though. You know what I'm saying? He just won a fight. He just got out of a fight. You know what I'm saying? He just got out of a tough fight, a rematch, all that. He just got out of a fight. He became undisputed. He can't even get 3-4 months to relax, bro. He got to think about another fight already. So I think WB on some bullshit. And this is one of the drawbacks of becoming undisputed, man. We're going to see that with a lot of these guys outside of Canelo Alvarez, man. Unfortunate that he can't chill and enjoy the fruits of his labor, at least for fucking 6 months, right? Before they try to push off a mandatory on him. He said Spence been calling out Crawford. Oh, my God. When, bro? When was Spence calling out Crawford? Y'all just been saying anything. I know this is Spence fans. Spence fans been just saying anything lately. They just been saying anything lately. I don't even know whether to really entertain it or not. Y'all just been really saying anything. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just been saying anything. What I hear? I guess now Bud is holding up the fight or some shit like that. Like we haven't, like they just making up shit. I don't know whether to entertain it or take it seriously. I don't know. But like I said, I heard the fight is a done deal. Is it a better fight than Canelo Triple G? Is it a better fight than Canelo Triple G? What's up, Malik B? I see you in the building. Y'all hit that like button for your boy. Early morning live stream. We just talking box. But I sense, I don't know. I'm not. The way I see it, Errol Spence himself seems to want to fight. Terrence Crawford, we already know he wants to fight. That's been no question. I don't even know why that was even a question. We just got to wait for it to get officially announced. You got a lot of people, a lot of Spence fans just coming out here I don't know what the fuck they own, bro. I don't know what they own, especially on Facebook. You go on there and they just saying anything. It's like, you know, I'm not even about to even entertain this stuff, man. It's just, I'm hearing some positive news behind the scenes. I'm telling you guys something positive. I'm telling you guys this shit's a fucking done deal. And you know come on. If I heard some fucking bullshit, I'll tell you guys, man, I'm hearing it's not looking good. You know what I'm saying? I'm not about to come on here and make up some shit. I'm hearing for some pretty credible sources this thing is pretty much a done deal, man, for November. So there's no point of arguing back and forth over splits and stupid shit. I'm waiting for the official announcement so we can really start breaking this thing down. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for the official announcement so we can break it down. And then we go compare it to Canelo Triple G. Canelo Triple G, bro. Let me cook on that real quick. Let me cook on Canelo Triple G. Let me cook on that because Eddie Hearn started some shit. Eddie Hearn is a genius. I give him that. He knew that would start a whirlwind, and it's gonna be a little competitive thing now. What's the bigger fight? What's the better fight? Bro, that's his way of trying to revitalize Canelo Alvarez, and it's smart because Canelo lost a little bit of steam from losing to old boy Beevil. You know what I'm saying? He lost a little steam. You know what I'm saying? He lost some steam. So now Eddie Hearn had to do something and say, what better way to do it than attach it to Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford? The two hottest names in fucking boxing. It's smart. I'll attach this name to that. I'll say that this fight is bigger than that. And this is what people are going to be talking about. Whether this fight is bigger than that fight. You know what I'm saying? And by people talking about it, people going to be more interested in this recycled old ass fight that's long overdue. You know what I'm saying? This recycled fight that's long overdue. You know what I'm saying? That's Bud getting jumped. But yeah, Eddie just started some shit. That's all. I mean, now maybe some years ago back on HBO, Canelo Alvarez always been a pretty huge draw in the sport. That's no question. He packs asses in seats. There's never no whole bunch of people looking like empty seats in the Canelo Alvarez fight. You'll never see that. He draws. You know, even if the numbers are overblown, you do know he do at least 400,000 buys, at least, right? So Canelo Alvarez, like I said before, it's Canelo Alvarez and then everybody else. But Triple G, when has he ever drew anything without Canelo Alvarez? Triple G numbers is about as low as Terrence Crawford's numbers, if I'm not mistaken. If you look at Triple G's pay-per-views that he had, minus without Canelo Alvarez, it's been low as fuck, bro. Pay-per-view is a hard sell no matter who you are. And they marketed and promoted Triple G like I've seen no other fighter, no other foreign fighter. I thought they did a hell of a job marketing that guy. And I couldn't stand Triple G. But I thought they did a hell of a job promoting that dude. Attach him to the Mexican fan base. Genius. Right? Dude didn't speak a lick of Spanish. Right? He wore sombreros and shit, and he was saying Mexican style. But he get up in the ring and start jabbing motherfuckers and shit. And boxing and shit. You know what I'm saying? And it worked. But Triple G still wasn't a significant draw without Canelo Alvarez. Errol Spence Jr., is he a big draw? He's a decent draw. Terrence Crawford, is he a big draw? He ain't been on pay-per-view and it didn't do too good. Terrence Crawford is one of those guys that needs the right dance partner, right? Errol Spence is that dance partner. Which is the bigger fight today? A 40-year-old Golovkin who hasn't fought 2 years prior to his last fight? In a Canelo Alvarez coming off a loss? I'll bet a one-sided beatdown, one may say. Pretty lopsided. Is a better fight than Crawford and Spence, an undisputed fight with two guys in their prime undefeated. Younger. No controversies. Right? No, none of that shit. Is it a bigger fight? Maybe internationally. But are the other fans across the world, are they still really, truly interested in Canelo Triple G3? Like I said, it was a marketing ploy by Eddie Hearn to kind of do that. It was smart, too, to attach that fight to Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence, because Errol Spence, he knows that Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford is the hottest thing smoking in boxing. And it's been that way. Salute to everybody in the building. Hit that like button for your boy. He says when a big fish fights little boy, he will look down on him and say, "Look, guy, if he die, man, get up out of here, Rudy." You said Canelo fading to the background. I think so. I think Canelo might be on a slight decline, man. Eddie got to do whatever it takes to try to sell that fight. And I think he probably knows something behind the scenes that the Crawford Spence fight was probably going to be around that date. Probably going to be around that date. So but Triple G never was a big draw, no shit like that. He wasn't no big draw. HBO did a good job of like really pushing him though. Right? They did a good job of pushing him. Always had him and Chocolatito fight on the same cards and shit. You know what I'm saying? They did a good job of pushing, dude. They did a much better. Well, he was with HBO and who was he with? Tom Loeffler, was he had an exclusive deal with them? I think so. K2 Promotions and shit. I don't think he was under Golden Boy and no shit like that, was he? Triple G? I can't remember. But he definitely wasn't with PBC. He's with HBO and DAZN. HBO did a good job promoting Triple G. You know what I'm saying? They did a good job of pushing him. Dude was faking like he's speaking English and shit. He don't even speak English no more or nothing. That fight ain't as big as it could have been. Canelo Triple G 3 would have been a huge fight probably about 2-3 years ago. You know what I'm saying? If Canelo rematched him back then. But nah, man. Canelo may be on the decline now. I question if he could really even beat a 40-year-old Golovkin. I question if he could beat a 40-year-old Golovkin at this point. He said Canelo will get dragged even if he struggled with Triple G a little bit. Of course, bro. He can't because he's fighting a 40-year-old. He's fighting a 40-year-old. Fans want to see him fight guys like Benavidez anyway. So y'all arguing about Spence Crawford again, huh? Salute to Southpaw Killer, man. What's going on? Just a random live stream, man. I ain't gonna be too long. I just wanted to chat it up. Get my gears going again, man. I ain't been feeling too good. I can't wait till this Crawford Spence fight gets announced, though, man. I'm hearing it's a done deal, y'all. I don't know. I'm not about to get into all the to splits and shit and these rumors that Crawford wants $20 million. I don't know where these guys heard it from. I don't know who actually said it. But I noticed that a lot of guys go to Fanai and then they take his word. And if it sounds something like they'll fit their narrative, they'll run with that shit. We don't truly know what's going on, man. But from what I'm hearing some good news. You know what I'm saying? And I'm always hearing some fucking bad news. But I'm hearing some good news from behind the scenes with this particular fight, man. So I think Spence Crawford could be the bigger fight if fans support the fight. Don't be streaming that shit. You know what I'm saying? Don't be streaming that Spence Crawford fight. I don't know how the fuck you gonna be watching Golovkin Canelo. I think that's pay-per-view too, right? That's gonna be pay-per-view probably on DAZN. Even though DAZN charge people a fortune to have the app, and then you go charge for the pay-per-view as well. It's kind of crazy. But yeah, Canelo Triple G, bigger than Crawford Spence. Not in my opinion. Crawford Spence is a huge fight. I think that fight's gonna be remembered for like they compare that fight to the hype of that fight, they compare that to the fight of the 80s and shit like that, bro. The Hagler-Hearns type fights and shit. They compare that to that, bro. Did they compare Canelo Triple G to those type of fights? I don't really think so. He says for 9 blue. JMO measures that shit funny as hell, bro. Oh man. That's funny, man. I'm just waiting for the official announcement, dude. I can't wait to get this thing going. You know, they try to derail us. Oh, well, he don't want to fight in Dallas and all this shit. And where's the location? Like, bro, now he wants $20 million. Now he didn't sign a contract. It's like, where y'all hear this stuff, bro? I didn't hear none of this shit. I'm hearing good things. I'm hearing that the fight is done, man. Man, the fight is a done deal. Spence fans like confusion, man. I question these guys, man. I question if these dudes are really boxing fans, man. I question if Errol Spence was to take a loss to Terrence Crawford, would they still stick around and support him or stick around and continue to be boxing fans? I question that. And I'm going to be waiting to see it. See what happens. You know what I'm saying? Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford has to happen. I mean, it's going to happen. It's already made, man. There's no question about it. But see, I think a lot of these Spence fans don't really know how to break down the fucking fight, or they don't truly see a way that Errol Spence could truly beat Crawford. There's many ways Crawford could beat Errol Spence. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the reality of it. Spence fans don't like me to be so biased like that, but I'm a little bit biased. Yeah, that's right. I'm a little bit biased. I think if you ain't at least a little bit biased, you ain't a real person, bro. How you gonna be totally unbiased? I see Eric, and the funny thing is, when the guys that be really hollering that unbiased bullshit, they be biased as fuck. Like, bro, you biased as hell, bro. At least I'm honest about it. Yes, I got Bud beating Spence. Yes, it should be a very competitive fight. I don't know if it's going to be one-sided. I don't know any of that, but I do think Terrence Crawford is going to win that fight. Yes, I do, and I've been standing on that for years. That's just what it is. I don't hate Spence because of this. I don't think Spence is less of a man because of this. I don't think Spence is a shitty fighter because of this. I don't hate Spence because of this. Boxing fans take this shit so goddamn personal. Take it so personal. It ain't got to be that personal, people. It don't got to be that personal, people. I'm just happy that the fight is finally fucking getting made. Yeah, it's a little later than expected, but maybe the right time is now. Maybe, just maybe. But I really do question a lot of these Spence fans gonna still be here. If he loses to Crawford, and if it's a one-sided beatdown. Oh, actually, it was something I want to show y'all, man. Let me see if I can get it up real quick. If Errol Spence does this shit, man, and I be looking at it objectively when I actually look at the fight. And when I actually break down the fight, take away all the nonsense and the outside politics, when I actually break down the fight, I look at it objectively. There's a lot of things Errol Spence was just, he's not going to be able to do this shit against Bud, bro. Hold up. He's not. He's not, bro. Hold up. What the fuck, dude? And then he said, stop capping.
Stop the cap.
Oh, man, hold up. Let me see if I can get this. I don't know if I get copyright for this, though, man. Nah, bro. Nah, EJ cannot do that against Crawford. He cannot do that against Bud. Hold on, let me see if I can get it on here real quick. Give me 1 second. He can't do this shit. Canelo, let me see. Damn, man. Thought I saved it. Hold on. I knew I should have been had this, say this clip. For shit like this here. But Errol Spence can't be doing this shit. And I know y'all, a lot of y'all seen it, but this is what I'm talking. He cannot do this stuff, bro. Damn, it ain't letting me do it for some reason. Maybe shit. Let me see if I can pull it up on IG real quick. He's not going to be able to do that. Rookie mistake? Bro, you can't be making no fucking rookie mistakes. Actually, they say Spence was in New York running or something like that. They say he was out there running, getting his road work in. I'm like, that's good. That's good. He's taking this shit seriously. That's good. He's not playing no fucking games, hanging out with rappers and shit. Speaking of rappers, I think his homeboy got in trouble. Yellow Beezy. I think Yellow Beezy got caught up on some type of SA charge. I think that's what I saw. Yeah, Yellow Beezy out here. Yeah. So it's cool. Spence ain't getting caught up into any of that shit. Let me see if I could. Nah, this would definitely be a copyright. I'm not doing that. Fuck, dude. And when I'm looking for it, I ain't gonna be able to find it. I'm not gonna be able to find it. I might as well stop looking for it. So in my next my next video, in my next video when we talking about Crawford Spence, I'll put it in there. And I'll just say this is what he just cannot do against Crawford. He absolutely cannot do this goofy shit against Terrence Crawford. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Nope. I ain't gonna be able to find it. But yeah, as far as what's going on in boxing, Devin Haney got George Kambosos coming up this weekend, man. I expect Devin Haney to get the job done. I'm confident Devin Haney is going to get the job done. Devin Haney seems to be doing pretty good. George Kambosos seems pretty nervous. It ain't working out for him. It ain't working out for George out there, man. The pressure's on George to perform in front of his people. You know what I'm saying? He's the one that's, I think all the pressure is on George right now. He look like he got a stiff neck, too. All the pressure's on George to perform, man. He put a lot of pressure on himself, doing a little bit more talking than what was needed. And now he gonna have to go out there and perform. And then he tried to downplay Devin, saying that he got hit by this guy, old guy, that guy. But bro, you arguably lost against Mickey Bay. You arguably lost against Lee Shelby. Like, come on, you got to drop back out. You got to drop by Teofimo. I like George, but come on, bro. I feel like he's been kind of condescending a little bit lately, calling dude a rat, right? Calling him a rat. But actually, he was the one ratting. That's the crazy thing about it. He was the one being a rat. We also got a fight coming up this Saturday. Stephen Fulton and Danny Roman. The fight came out of nowhere too, right? It kind of came quick and it came out of nowhere, but it's going down. I guess it's been kind of overshadowed by George Kambosos' Devin Haney fight. Then the following week, we got Naoya Inoue and Nonito Donaire 2, the rematch. Artibita Joe Smith Jr. The following week, the same week as that fight, we have Jamal Charlo versus Miles Selecki, probably the weakest fight in the month of June. Jamal Charlo, bro. Oh, my God. Absolutely terrible. Then we got Jesse Bam Rodriguez. That motherfucker can fight versus the guy who actually dethroned one of the former pound for pound kings in Sorg Rungvisai. He's still around. So, yeah, he's going to be fighting Bam. He's a big puncher. I think Bam is cold, though. I think Bam is going to get him. Jamal Charlo, Miles Selecki, I don't really care about that fight. Miles Selecki may make Charlo look bad if Charlo not on top of his shit, if he hasn't been doing what he needs to be doing. Beterbiev Joe Smith Jr. I like Joe Smith Jr. I like Beterbiev. I think Beterbiev is just a monster, though. Joe Smith Jr. gonna have to fight the fight of his life to really stop Beterbiev. Beterbiev have been dropped before, but the dude's he's like a robot. He's gonna literally keep coming forward. So yeah, we're gonna see. That's gonna be a bloody fight. It's gonna be bloody. Then we got the rematch between the Monster and the Filipino Flash. The first fight was a classic, one of the best fights of that year. It's going down again. So we're gonna see what happens. Nonito Donaire still here, man. Salute to Nonito Donaire, man. He's one of my favorites. And I got Devin Haney beating George Kambosos. George Kambosos, he's gonna have a lot of advantages, the hometown advantage, but the people seem to be really feeling Devin Haney out there. I'm still kind of sick. Feeling Devin Haney out there in Australia. At least the kids anyway. Showing Devin Haney love, you know what I'm saying? They're giving him a warm welcome. It's a big fight over there. So, yeah, man, Devin Haney doing his thing, man. Devin Haney's a really mature young man. He's not getting caught up into any of George Kambosos' mind games. He's not getting caught up to any of it. He's taking the high road in a lot of these back and forths. Salute to Devin Haney, man. I think he's ready. That kid is ready for sure. Mentally, physically, he's ready. Canelo Triple G, man. Is it the bigger fight? Is it bigger than the big fish and Terrence Bud Crawford, man? I think Eddie Hearn simply said that to sell that fight. Canelo's coming off a loss. How are we gonna get people to really do. They probably questioning, do the fans still believe in Canelo Alvarez? Will the fans still come out and support Canelo Alvarez like they did before? Right? He's probably wondering these things. And what better way to kind of catapult that fight than to compare it to another big fight in boxing, and Spence Crawford. But not only that, to say that this fight is bigger than that fight. Eddie Hearn's smart. He trying to do whatever it takes to kind of get that fight going. What better way to get his fight some traction than to attach to the actual biggest fight in boxing, which is Spence and Terrence Crawford. But yeah, man, that's all I got, man. Random live stream today. Hit that like button for your boy. That's what's going on in boxing. Teofimo Lopez says he's the only man that can beat Tank Davis, right? He says he's the only man that can beat Tank, but come on over to ESPN. Tank Davis, what should Tank Davis do next? Tank Davis is the man right now. He has a shit ton of options. He can fight literally whoever he wants, right? But I think majority of boxing fans are going to be wanting to see Tank Davis fight one of the elite guys. George Kambosos, Haney winner, maybe a Shakur Stevenson. I think that's a little bit further down the line, in my opinion, maybe. Ryan Garcia, since he talking tough, right? We're going to see if he's going to double back and follow through this time. I think Ryan Garcia wants to regain the respect of boxing fans. I do believe that. I think he's a guy that cares about what people think about him. He's not one of these dudes that don't give a fuck what you think. He's not. He wouldn't have anxiety and shit if he didn't. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, he cares about what people think, and I think Ryan, I'm sitting on the fence on it. I'm always a guy that's wanting to give a guy another chance, but I gotta see if he actually fights Fortuna this time first. Then I gotta see if he actually beats Fortuna. Then I gotta wait and see if Golden Boy is gonna be willing to let him go over there to Showtime to fight Gervonta Tank Davis. Like, subscribe, holla at your boy. Peace out.